Alright, Cowboys fan, let's get right to it. Jerry Jones has been moving fast this offseason, and the signing of Don Bland is one of those moves that quietly makes sense. You've seen the headlines, but here's what matters. The Cowboys have been proactive with contracts and key additions, and Bland's new deal is a piece of that bigger puzzle. You don't need a highlight reel right now, you need clarity on why this matters for your team, and that's exactly what I'm going to break down. First, Don Bland's story is exactly the sort of underdog narrative Cowboys fans love. A fifth-round pick who earned his way into meaningful snaps, battled injuries, and still showed flashes of top-tier play. In the interview clips we just heard, Bland came across humble and grounded, thanking God, calling his mom first, crediting patience and hard work. That mindset matters. When a player talks like that, you're not just signing talent. You're locking in a professional who understands role, accountability, and growth. Now let's talk fit. The Cowboys needed reliable, versatile corners, someone who can slide inside for nickel, hold up on the outside, tackle in space, and be a presence on passing downs. Bland's experience moving between nickel and outside gives this defense flexibility. Coach Eberflus' system rewards players who can do multiple tasks and stay physical. Bland's willingness to embrace different spots makes him valuable beyond one stat line. Keep perspective here. Bland didn't have a perfect season recently, and neither did the team, but the organization appears committed to giving guys a chance to rebound with fresh coaching and clearer rules. That's huge. This signing isn't a headline grab, it's roster stabilization. It's the kind of move that prevents small weaknesses from ballooning into bigger problems late in games. I'm excited about the possibility of seeing Bland and Diggs on the field together. Their combination could create matchup nightmares for opponents and give the secondary a dependable anchor. Quick ask while you're listening. If you want more daily Cowboys breakdowns, hit subscribe and help push us toward 16,000 subscribers. Smash that like button if you agree Bland was a smart pickup. In the comments right now, drop a quick yes if you're excited to see Bland and Diggs together, or type no if you think the Cowboys should have done more. I read every single comment, and those quick votes help shape what I cover next. Up next, we'll take Bland's own words apart, the interview moments that tell us about his leadership, his recovery from injury, and how he expects to fit into this defense. So stick around. When you watch Bland in his interview, the first thing you notice is humility. He's grateful for the opportunity, recognizing that not every fifth-round pick even gets a shot at long-term security in the NFL. That perspective matters. It tells you he's not in this just for a paycheck. He understands that every game, every practice is an opportunity to prove himself, and that type of mindset is exactly what a defense needs when building consistency. Bland also talks about letting his agent handle the contract negotiations. That may seem small, but it's huge in terms of professionalism. He's focused on what he can control, playing football, mastering his role, and staying healthy. Nothing about ego, nothing about distractions. In addition, Bland opens up about his family and how being a dad adds a new layer of responsibility. When he says, "Now I really can call it home," it's more than just about the contract. He's invested in this city, this team, and this locker room. Players who see their team as a home tend to step up in leadership naturally. That's already reflected in how he talks about guiding the defense, mentoring younger players, and embracing multiple roles on the field. He isn't just thinking about stats. He's thinking about building a culture. Another key takeaway is how Bland reflects on his previous seasons, especially the injury setbacks. He's careful to frame 2023 as a learning experience, acknowledging what went wrong, where he can improve, and how to get back to top form. That resilience is exactly what separates players who plateau from players who continue to grow in the NFL. And it's not just about physical skills. It's about mental toughness. He talks about being comfortable in chaos, understanding that injuries, roster changes, or shifting roles happen in The league, that adaptability is gold in a defense that relies on communication and quick adjustments. Now, here's a question for you. Which part of Bland's mindset resonates most with you? Drop your favorite quote from his interview in the comments, the one that makes you think. This guy belongs in Dallas, and while you're thinking about it, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, so you don't miss any of these insider breakdowns as the season unfolds. Coming up, we're going to shift from mindset to scheme. We'll analyze exactly how Bland fits in Matt Eberflus' defensive system, what his presence means for matchups against elite receivers, and how pairing him with Trayvon Diggs could change the way opponents attack the Cowboys. You'll want to see this because it gets into the nitty-gritty of why this signing isn't just smart, it's potentially transformative. Bland's versatility is the headline here. He can line up in the nickel, slide outside, and even take on specialized roles on passing downs. That flexibility allows Coach Eberflus to mix coverages and disguises without losing reliability in the secondary. Think about it, when you have a corner who can operate effectively both inside and outside, it keeps quarterbacks guessing, especially against teams with multiple elite receivers. Bland plus Trayvon Diggs on the field together is a matchup nightmare for opponents. That duo combines coverage skill, tackling ability, and a knack for making plays on the ball. You finally get to see what fans have been clamoring for: two of the Cowboys' best corners operating in sync, creating pressure not just through the pass rush, but through tight, disciplined coverage. Another factor is tackling and run support. Bland isn't just a coverage guy, he's physical and aggressive in space. In Eberflus' system, corners often have to step up in run fits or come on blitzes. Bland's willingness to embrace that role means the defense can stay aggressive without worrying about a weak link. That's huge when games are decided by a single play. Having someone you trust to deliver in multiple scenarios gives the coordinator more freedom and keeps the rest of the defense confident. Now, let's talk matchups. Week 1 against the defending champs isn't going to be easy. They have A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, elite receivers who can make big plays if they get mismatches. Bland's presence allows the Cowboys to rotate coverage strategically. He can slide inside against slot threats or take the outside against boundary threats, and with Diggs complementing him, it opens up more pressure opportunities from the front seven. It's a chess match, and having a piece like Bland makes the Cowboys a much stronger player on the board. Of course, no player is perfect. Bland had a down season recently and is recovering from injury, but the key here is potential. He doesn't need to replicate historical pick-6 numbers to be successful. Improving coverage, consistency, communication, and overall awareness can have a bigger impact on wins than flashy stats. His contract isn't just about rewarding past performance. It's about what he can deliver moving forward: leadership, versatility, and reliability in a defense that's aiming for a Super Bowl run. Here's a quick interaction for you. Do you think Bland's versatility improves our secondary? Drop versatility or nope in the comments. And while you're there, predict a stat line for him in the opener: tackles, passes defended, maybe an interception. I read all your thoughts and it really helps shape the content we cover next. Coming up, we'll zoom out and look at what this signing means for the Cowboys' short-term stability and long-term Super Bowl aspirations. This is where you see how the roster moves, leadership, and locker room culture all tied together. Signing Bland isn't just about one cornerback, it's a statement. The Cowboys are moving proactively, stabilizing the roster, and setting the foundation for sustained success. Even with the Micah Parsons trade in the background, the team hasn't wavered. They're building around pieces they believe can grow into leaders. Bland embodies that approach. He's versatile, resilient, and now, with a long-term contract, fully invested in Dallas. That translates to leadership in the locker room, on-field consistency, and a player who can mentor younger corners and adapt to changing defensive assignments. Looking at the short term, picture the Cowboys enter the season with a secondary that's more flexible than ever. Bland plus Trayvon Diggs creates a duo that can handle multiple roles, adjust to mismatches, and complement the pass rush. The team is prepared to face elite receivers without relying solely on pressure. Coverage itself becomes a weapon. Bland's ability to move inside or outside allows for more complex defensive schemes and gives Coach Eberflus the kind of chess pieces every coach dreams of. It's not just about talent, it's about trust. This is a player the coaching staff can count on in critical situations, and that confidence spreads across the entire defensive unit. Long-term, the implications are just as exciting. The Cowboys are clearly thinking beyond the next game or the next season. By logging in players like Bland, they're creating a nucleus that can contend for years. It's also a message to the rest of the team and free agent targets. Dallas rewards performance, commitment, and professionalism. That kind of culture is invaluable, especially when chasing a Super Bowl. The way the Cowboys are balancing contracts, coaching changes, and roster upgrades shows a front office committed to building a contender, not just chasing headlines. And let's not forget the narrative factor. With Bland overcoming injury, earning a contract as a fifth-round pick, and stepping into a leadership role, the Cowboys have a story that fans can rally around. It's about grit, patience, and seizing opportunities. Everything Cowboys fans love. This signing isn't a one-off. It's a cornerstone move that signals both intent and identity for the team. Here's a quick engagement for you. Type one sentence in the comments predicting the Cowboys' ceiling this season. Is it a playoff push, a deep run, or a Super Bowl? Also, hit like and share this video to help us reach 16,000 subscribers. Your engagement keeps us bringing you the latest insights and deep dives on every roster move, so there you have it. Don Bland's signing is more than just a contract. It's a statement about leadership, versatility, and the Cowboys' trajectory. They're rebuilding smart, positioning for success, and giving fans a reason to get genuinely excited for the upcoming season. The foundation is set. Now it's time to see how the pieces perform on the field.